It's like you have no words, and you're always reminded on how it influences the community, like how much sport, changes people's moods, and how you have a summer to be really thrilled, or a summer to have, lots of disappointment. And I remember back when we lost to Miami Heat in that crushing, NBA championship. It was one of the things I felt like looking back on San Antonio, how they could reload and come back and win it after such a crushing, finals loss. I look at what the Patriots did last night, like it's difficult to put into words, the extraordinary series of events that would have had to have happened for them to find a way to win. I mean, there are tremendous lessons to be learned all over the place that we talked about with our team this morning. Just a tremendous part of sort of like the United States sporting landscape. It's a mood changer. It's a mood changer. It's a society mood changer.
What are some of those lessons specifically that you point out?
Things really aren't over until it's over. There's a lesson on how to stay in attack mode. There's a lesson on, how you don't ever want to play to not lose. There's execution stuff at the end of games. There's the reality that luck plays a large portion of a lot of that. Some extraordinary plays. There's a lesson of momentum. There's lessons all over the place. And it's right on our doorstep because it just happened. And it's such a significant part, like I say, of U.S. sporting landscape. It's a significant part of our sporting life here in the United States. It's interesting to get the perspective of our foreign players. We talked about Timmy. What's the duplicate in France, or Spain, and Sergio, and Croatia, and Dario? And it's like just talking with our group was really enjoyable to listen to their perspective this morning.
This argument for the city. Long run, what do you hope they take away from some of the matchups they've had? We got another one tonight.
I mean, just the reality that matchup hasn't favored us recently. Whiteside got the better of us. The kid that wasn't drafted, I believe, from Tunisia, he got the better of us in Dallas. And I think some of it is born out of some sickness and other reasons. But as a group, I'm looking more at that. As a group, we've got to help also. It's a team thing. And we've got to help tonight with Drummond. It's not just an isolated matchup. It's still a team game, and we all have to do our part.
Banged up, and I think they were a little hot, and you guys came out and were able to, battle through it. You look back to that coming into this.
It seems like 5 years ago to me. It does. It's just the life we live. I can't believe that it's, we played 50 games. Think about that. 50 games. We're all about to go someplace, an all-star break, and it's just our life moves so quickly. It's just the NBA volume and frequency of games, and so that game seems forever ago. I think the thing that I do take out of it is we did play well. We did play together with an unusual type of a team that particular night. They didn't have Caldwell Pope the last time we played them. I think that they're also a little bit interesting because they had 26 points in the second half last time they played against Indiana and had a disappointing loss in their eyes. And whether it's we beat them the last time that we played, or them coming off a disappointing loss, or Pope now available, those three things, to me, create a very desperate, very focused Detroit Pistons team that's well coached, and they're a good team. They're a playoff team right now. So we've got our work cut out for us, I think, given what just happened.
And how long did it go back? Did it go back to the
It goes back, like his dad brought a team to Australia in the the late 90s. And I've known, Jeff, who coached Pitino, who worked, with him at Providence, and because of his dad and Jeff and Stan, the New England thing, the Van Gundy's name is synonymous with basketball. I've known the family for a long, long time. They've been very good to me. And, there's a history with people that we're all kind of connected to. You know, Steve Clifford, who lived with my father for 8 years, you know, is now coaching Charlotte, you know, was a part of the Van Gundy tree in Houston and stands down in Orlando. And when you get old, like I'm getting older, you can't help but have these types of connections. And he's just somebody that I have a lot of respect for.
Is job over?
He is. Yes, we will start him tonight. He's good to go, and looking forward to the matchup with Drummond.
Nerlens feel a little bit better.
Nerlens is good to go.
After last night, he's feeling great. Be sure to ask him. He'll love talking about the football game.
Is Rob a situation where if he is able to go, you'd be inclined to throw him
I
out
am.
there right away?
Yes, if he's able to go, we'll start him.
Who will get the start if he doesn't play?
I'm assuming Gerald.
Gerald? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You like Gerald at the 3? But that's interchangeable.
It's interchangeable. Like it's always like who do you guard more than offensive. When I talk about 2s and 3s, it's always more about guarding than offensive stuff. And I still like Gerald coming off the bench, you know, but you really get a little depleted, you know, when you got some injuries. And you know, Timmy's experience coming off a bench because he could match up was good for him. You know, Dario coming off at a 3 based on like a big matchup, you know, I think is good for him. But if Robert's healthy, he'll grab that again.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill.
Thanks.